Every time, it's like we don't know how to do this.
Yes.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I'm RuthAnn Thompson.
I'm Kris Simon.
And we are GeekChic Promotions, and it is time to nerd rage.
Finally. I know you've been waiting.
Yes, we have missed you all. Let me pull you all up here.
They're so late is because RuthAnn was actually watching Solo.
Yep, I went to go see Solo because I'm committed. How do I mute your computer?
Oh, I don't know. Wait.
I believe it is this one?
No.
Wait, this one? Wait, hold on.
Wait.
I figured it out. I figured it out.
We got it. We're muting. We're all in disarray.
Woo!
Disarray.
Yes. Yeah, I literally came in hot. I just arrived
She like
to Kris's
literally
place.
threw up her camera.
Solar, we want to just get right into it.
I feel like the other news is that last night was RuthAnn's birthday.
It was.
And it was a super fun night out, but I left at 1 and the party was still raging. And so I feel like another reason why we are so late today is because RuthAnn had to wake up and recover. She's like, I'm gonna go see Solo, like it's cool, like I'll be there by 3 and blah, blah, I'm gonna text you with my ETA. And then 2 hours later, I get another text like, 75? And I was like,
this bee over here. Well, on that note,
anyway,
speaking of drinks,
a cheers.
A cheers to you.
We have Death Star ice cubes,
yes,
guys,
in
honor of Solo. So
yes.
Delish.
Ah, delish. Oh, feel better already.
Right?
Let's do this.
Anyway, so everybody wish RuthAnn a happy birthday because it was a wonderful time last night.
It was perfect.
Lots of fun people had wonderful conversations. It was great.
It was. Thank you everybody who came out, and thank you for all the birthday wishes. Good times.
Yes.
All right, so we have to talk about Solo because
we do.
It's a big deal. My phone is dying, but we're hold on.
Uh-oh.
Can you hit the button on?
What are we hitting? What am I? I'm like, what button?
There's so many things are happening.
I don't know.
Okay. Hopefully my phone will make it through this, guys.
I don't.
Am I still drunk?
When I left you last night, you were.
Oh, I was annihilated.
Yeah, I don't
well,
know.
It looks like it's still working,
it's
so let's just
It's working. People
God.
can see us. It's cool. So
anyways, so
big hand.
I know.
So Solo. So it's taking us a while, guys.
I need more of this.
Is it hot in here?
It feels like it.
The air turned way down, by the way. Anyway, so. You just saw Solo. I saw it a week ago.
just saw it, yes.
So, and last week you were at MomoCon, so that's why. It's been a while since RuthAnn and I have been together.
Yes, that's
It's been
right.
a few weeks. It's been a few weeks since we've been together on here. So, you know, this is our lovely reunion. Even though, I mean, I talk to her every day.
That's also true.
So, what did you think of Solo? I'm curious.
Okay, so you want me to go first?
Sure, since you're fresh.
I'm fresh.
You haven't had time to like mull it over and let it sit and be like, So.
And also, as everybody here knows, I was quite salty about the idea of the movie Solo.
Yes, you were. I was as well.
I wanted to go in with, open mind.
But did you?
I know, I tried my best, but I'm gonna be honest, I really liked it. I had a fun time. It wasn't a Star Wars movie, but I had a great time.
You know, it's really funny because as I posted on my Facebook page, I like the first day I resisted. I was like, nope. And then like the rest of it, I was like, I'm on board. Like this is super fun.
So where did it click in for you that you were like, all right, we good?
Okay, so the beginning part,
and obviously we're spoiling things, guys.
Yes,
like
we
if
are
you haven't
spoiling
seen
things.
Solo,
Turn it off now.
Turn it off now.
See Solo and you don't want this spoiled.
And we do see your comments, and we'll catch up. I wanted us to do a little like intro of how we felt about it, and you guys, of course, talk about what you thought of the movie.
When Brandon asked if you saw the movie alone.
Well, alone because it's Solo. I see what you did there. Well played, and thank you for the birthday wishes. Yes. So, what was the point that you're like, okay, I'm in?
I feel like it was after he left the planet and got a little bit more on his journey. I thought the way he got his name was super bad.
Thank you. That is one nitpicky thing that I was just like, just have his name be Han Solo. Like, oh, I guess you have no people, so you're Han Solo. I was like, seriously? Your name is a pun?
Yeah, I didn't like that part. That part, like, really bothered me.
Yeah, that nerd raged me a bit.
But anyway, like, so after that, after it got going, and I saw, like, basically, it was right when, what's his face joined? Woody Harrelson. Right when Woody Harrelson came in, I was like, ooh, okay, now I'm into it because I love Woody Harrelson. I think he's great in everything he does. Like, he's got that dry sense of humor that I really adore. Mm-hmm. And so at first, when I saw him in it, I was like, well, what the hell is he doing in a Star Wars movie? And I was like, I had that same, like... No. But then, of course, he did his thing, and I was like, he's pretty awesome.
He's great.
I really liked it. It was a perfect character. It had just the moral ambiguity of, like, is he good? Is he kind of not good? Is he shitty? We don't know. Like, but
and I liked it because it was
definitely
a heart of
gold. You know, is that where Han gets it from? Did he learn from him?
I really should have hated this more, but I didn't. I really liked it. But yeah, the bullshitty parts were the name. Also, the dice. I get it. Stop with the dice.
You think they overdid the dice?
Oh my lord! There were so many close-ups on those damn dice.
Well, you know, merchandise.
Yes, and I get, like, put it onto the thing, great, and like the back and forth of him giving. I don't even know if I need the whole him giving it to her, because then it actually, to me, lessened it when he gave it to Leia.
Did he give it to Leia?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, I didn't even remember that part.
Well, yeah, so it's in the Jedi, where she has them.
Basically, he just gives his dice.
I know, whatever he's whoever she's tapping at the moment.
Well, I honestly, the dice, whatever. Like, that was such like a.
I know, it's such a small thing.
It was a
but
throwaway
like,
thing for me that I wasn't really attached to. Like, let me just say, it didn't impact me at all. But like, there were very fun things that I liked. Like, I liked.
I've got a good feeling about this.
Yes, that one was pretty funny. You know, Han shot first, and also like, you know, making the Kessel Run, and. I mean,
okay,
I know you wanted to talk about that.
I need to talk about the Kessel Run because this is incredible, guys. The fact that something that was retconned because they flubbed and they said parsecs, which is actually a measurement of distance, not time.
Right.
Just because they flubbed on that and everybody like retconned and be like, oh, well, actually it was because it was a distance that you could never make in that, like, and then they turned it into a movie. Like, that's incredible. Nerds, well played.
Yes.
Good job.
Like, I feel like that one was, that one excited me the most. Like, when I was watching it, like, I got super excited over that.
Yeah.
I was like, this is amazing that they brought this into it, and we're seeing this, and it's really freaking cool. And that's when I was, like, really into the movie. Mm-hmm. And also, by that point, you're, like, super into Lando. How could you not be? I mean...
The capes.
The capes.
So many capes. That's a custom cape. Don't please put on fire.
I mean, and also perfect choice for casting. I mean, like, if they could have a movie with just Lando, please. I really want it. And I thought that his character was played perfectly. And what did you think about his robot?
Okay, I was almost uncomfortable with the robot. She was almost too soft. And I feel like, because obviously K2, was that his name in Rogue One?
K2?
The robot?
I don't remember. I'll be honest.
You guys will correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, I'm sure.
Because I almost said K9, but that's Doctor Who. Anyways, but he had like a personality, but he still was all business, you know? Mm-hmm. But then I feel like she was just so saucy.
Well, I've heard like differing opinions. Like, I also heard that like she was too much. Like, I've heard that she was like okay, we get it. Like, she's very much like into liberating her fellow robots and be free, and she's also a feminist robot and like, and all this stuff. So I felt like some people thought that she was very overdone, like almost aggressively overdone. I didn't feel that way. I thought it was very cool and charming. and I really liked it.
Did I get you anything?
And yeah.
Equal rights?
Yes. I mean, yes, and some were just like, haha. But I was like, I thought it was funny.
Yeah,
she's a freaking robot.
It was good.
But I also found it very amusing when she told the story about how she felt that Lando was in love with her. And she was like, and I'm like in this position where I'm just like, you know, I don't feel the same way.
Yeah, and he's like, and sometimes I think maybe. How does that work? It would work. But how? It would work. And we're like,
and then like, and so you laugh at it, but then later on, when you see how broken up he is over her, you're like,
maybe he kind of was.
He was in love with her.
Which adds a whole nother layer of him loving that ship so much, because now she's the ship.
Yes.
And so, I kind of wish that Han had screwed over Lando a little bit more, so we had more of a wait for once they see each other again in Empire.
Right.
But I'm still pretty okay with it. All right, let's catch up on some
opinions here.
Opinions and comments. I do not
How can
know
a robot
to
have a gender? It's programming. Like that. It's just how they program.
Okay, I don't know how. I'm trying to scroll on your computer.
Scroll.
There we go. Okay. All right. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Oh, so Eric, I'm catching. So you're saying a Star Wars. So
both of you guys are gonna see it when it's on Netflix.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah.
All right. So not interested in seeing it. Just call him Wash.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like it was K9. I don't know. Yeah, that is a good point, but yeah, she's right. It's just the programming, and which is interesting because he even said that he wanted to like wipe her memory bank so she'd be less saucy, but he was like, nah, but I think he liked her that way.
He liked her that way, yeah. And well, I mean, and it does bring a whole new level to Lando that we hadn't previously seen before, and so it gave him like a new depth, and I liked it. I appreciated it. Well, how did you feel about the love story there between Daenerys,
right? Daenerys
and Han?
At first, it felt very, I don't think formulaic is the right word, but it felt like it was just there. Do you know what I mean? But then, by the end of it, I actually really liked it. I really liked her character, because, like...
And, okay, well, we're going to put a pin in what I was about to say.
Okay.
But we're not there yet.
Hold on.
We're not there yet.
Okay.
Go on. I think... it served the story to a point. So it was like, okay, because it bothered me about it. Like, I'll go into first what bothered me, then what I thought was okay about it. What bothered me about it is that 3 years go by and he's still trying to get back. But then, like, he bumps into her and he has to make these excuses. Like, I was trying to get back, and she was like, well, whatever. Like there was just like, it was like really weak. It was just weak for me. I was just like...
Well, what were you expecting? Or what did you want for that?
If I was a woman who had been left behind for 3 years...
You feel like she should have been angrier?
If not angrier, over it. Because it's 3 years. Like, with someone else...
I felt like she was, though. I felt
you think she was with... what's his face?
Were you gonna call him a...
I totally was.
Oh no, did we
freeze?
Did we freeze out?
Oh no! Oh no, we froze on Facebook.
Oh.
Look how it froze. Oh my god, we're like, oh.
Well, I guess we'll keep going and then...
I don't know.
Hold on.
Is it trying to reconnect?
Oh.
I don't know what I did. I hit something behind the volume button. I don't know what's going on.
All right, hold on. If we're actually going to try to fix this. No, we're not. It's fine. We're curious. It's working on YouTube.
I don't even know, like...
It looks like it's still going. It's...
Ha-ha!
Look at you, fancy pants.
All right, I don't know. I think, like... You're not frozen. Okay. It's the
weird.
Laptop then.
It's our laptop. All right.
Okay.
Cool.
My wonderful laptop this time. That's bullshitty. Okay. It's fine.
We're such a mess.
I'm gonna just refresh this. Okay, we're fine.
Okay. Anyways.
So
all right. So
anyway, what we were talking about was she had fallen in love, but I don't think she did.
She's not in love.
I think she was just trying to survive.
Yeah, no. I don't think she was in love or anything like that with him, but I feel like she moved on in the way of like, she made her own plans. Like, she wasn't sitting around waiting to be saved.
Right.
Like, she moved on. She
absolutely.
became like a lieutenant.
Yes.
Like, no F's given.
And a very, very evil one. But you do what you gotta do.
I love the designs in this, too.
Do. Yeah.
I like the scarring on his face.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest, I would have ended up exactly in her position.
Right?
I would not have been a good person. I would have been a bad.
Yeah, I totally agree. Because, like,
I mean, look at the life she was living.
Yeah.
Like, it was great.
She did what she had to do.
She got out of it.
She got out of it. And then she murdered. I love, okay.
She murdered him.
One of my favorite things that they did was the whole scene where she negotiate and the door closes and you just see the little window and you just see her cape fly and then L3 is like, whoa.
Yeah, whoa.
I've never seen anybody do.
Whoa.
What did you just do?
Yeah, that was
like,
pretty
that was
awesome.
cool because it led well into like the fight scene later on, her doing all her flippy malarkey, all that.
Yeah, it looks like we're getting a lot of Eric's questions.
All right, question. So how was that castle run? How awesome was the Falcon? What was Emilia Clarke's character role in the movie? Oh,
okay. She was Kira. And basically, she was Han's love interest when back on his home planet, which was like a trash planet.
Which he was basically Aladdin.
Yeah.
Like that's how I felt. Like he was legitimately Aladdin in that first like beginning scene.
So they had crazy adventures.
Like a street rat.
Yeah. Yes. That's which was hilarious.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, street rat. I don't buy that. If only they'd look closer.
So they try to escape. They steal something, get some money, try to escape. That's where he gets his name. But then they
the name thing.
She gets cut off before the door's shut, and she gets cut off from him, and so he has to move on. And she's like, just go without me, get out of here.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll come back for you.
And then he joins.
He joins like the
infantry basically.
Yeah,
he tries to be a pilot, but within 3 years they kick him off, and he's just kind of a foot soldier, and that's where he meets Woody Harrelson. Oh, and Chewbacca.
Yes.
How did you feel about? I actually kind of liked that.
I actually really liked how they met because he gets thrown in a mud pit, to be devoured by the monster.
The beast. The beast. Send him to the beast.
And he's
like, "What? You have a beast?"
Yes, and it was one of those things where I was like, "It's Chewbacca."
Yeah, right away you're just like,
totally predict.
It's gonna be Chewie.
Yeah,
but I love how long it took.
He spoke.
Chewie.
He spoke, by the way.
Yeah.
He spoke Wookiee, and that's how they teamed up to get out of there. He recognized that he was a Wookiee, spoke in his language, and they subtitled it, which was amazing because they've never done that.
Yeah.
And they got out, and then Chewbacca decided to stick with him. He's like, sure, that's fine. Like, you're cool. Like, I like you.
Yeah.
And then
190 years old.
190 years old. And the thing is that
where the wife and kids come. We know they exist.
So in order to get out of the situation with what's his face. Why can't I?
I can't think of his name.
Somebody. Give us his name.
Because I keep wanting to call him, because isn't that the same actor who plays...
I'm trying to read the comments on the phone.
Oh my god, my brain is so done.
Like from Infinity War. I don't know.
We drank too much. Anyways,
So at that point, they get the opportunity to rescue more Wookiees, which I thought was amazing. Yeah, and he does. And then at the end, the Wookiees help him out. They load all the stuff onto the ship so they can escape, which I was like, yay!
Dude,
so it was
they
awesome.
Really went into how strong Chewie is.
Yes,
that was terrifying.
That dude, man.
When he was just throwing people around, and he did rip off. Great. Yeah, and then he did rip off the arms of that one dude.
He ripped off arms, guys.
He did it,
and was holding them.
Terrifying. Yes. But I love the little quippiness of Han Solo was there. That was the only uniform that I could fit in, but that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. That's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Just rip the arms off of it. Yeah. It was pretty good, and and I really like that. And I think at the very end, like when Kira kind of betrays, Solo.
Did you feel like that was a betrayal?
No,
I don't think it was betrayal.
It wasn't a betrayal.
She left, and she also See, I think the opposite. She saved him because that guy is basically after Woody Harrelson's character, not Han Solo.
And here's like the main spoiler of it all. Like at the end, you see why she does it because Darth Maul makes an appearance.
What? Darth Maul! I did. I clapped in the theater.
Okay.
I did.
So if you are into the Star. What am I thinking of? The
Clone Wars?
Thank you, Clone Wars. I was like, why am I blanking on this now? After I just said it to you like before.
Yeah.
If you're into the Clone Wars, you know the history of what happened to Darth Maul afterwards, and how he had like no legs. Well, he had artificial legs, like in here, like you saw him, and it gave you a little bit more of an insight.
Yeah.
Into
Now
what
I have
happened
to watch
he had to go and meet the
Vision.
family. Yes, Vision.
Fuck. Brandon, it's Vision. He plays Vision. Fuck. All right, sorry. Watching live and crumble as a human. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry.
Right. So, anyway, Darth Maul. It was an amazing cameo, by the way.
And then
it was super surprising, by the way, because you're sitting there and you're like, what? Like,
and then what's his face who played one of the Ewoks in the original Star Wars had a cameo.
He did?
Yeah, the what is his name, guys?
Oh, Willow
Wolfgood.
I can't remember his name either.
I love.
And I do know his real name.
Yeah. No, he's Willow. It's fine. We're just gonna. We're never gonna use the right names for anybody. I'm gonna call K2, K9 from Doctor Who.
The robot's name was like L3, right?
The robot in this one was L3.
L3.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I was talking about
At least
Rogue
I
One.
remember that. Nerds. Paul Bettany. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
That's who we're thinking of.
Yes.
Correct.
Now all the names
Warwick
are coming
Davis.
in. Yes.
Warwick Davis.
And like everybody, Warwick Davis. Thank you guys. We're the worst.
Thank you. We are the worst. And it's literally, I can remember these names, not on the live stream.
Name of
like literally in everyday casual conversation, I'm like, blah,
oh yeah,
blam.
blam.
As soon as we get here and are doing this,
and
everything leaves my brain. Anyway, yeah. So it was.
Oh, also, the beginning should have been a scroll. Why wasn't it a scroll? Why did I not get my Star Wars scroll?
Because it's just a Star Wars story.
If you're gonna give me words in the beginning, do the scroll.
I want to actually talk about, by the way, how we feel about there being a Boba Fett story coming.
No. I don't need it.
There's differing opinions of Boba Fett. Some people think he absolutely failed at his job and didn't do shit. We know who those people are.
He got pushed in a pit and died. What?
Yeah. First of all, he didn't capture anyone. He had to, basically Darth Vader had to do it himself. So
the best he ever did was actually in the cartoon where he came to be in a Star Wars. What wasn't a Christmas story? What was it called?
This
a Christmas story. You know what I mean?
They're all Catholic.
Holiday special. Holiday special.
Oh, you mean the long boring one? Oh. Yes. The long boring one with the Wookiee porn.
The Wookiee porn.
Yes. But did they scroll on Rogue One? Did they scroll on Rogue One?
I don't
remember.
I feel like
because
they did.
If they didn't, we should be making a big a deal about that.
That's true.
Gotta be fair. You gotta be fair with.
I gotta rewatch that movie. Honestly, I haven't seen that movie since the theaters. Pressing movie.
It is.
Many Bothans died getting that information.
Yes, but also it was amazing.
It was amazing.
It fit right into the storyline. So
nobody's ever applauded for a villain
because it was
amazing.
He walked in a freaking clean house. Dead. Yes,
all
just
dead.
They're all dead. You're just like, that's why he's Darth Vader.
Thank you.
How was your birthday, RuthAnn?
My birthday was awesome. Thank you. And I did see your comment, Brandon, about turning at you. Did they scroll? Okay, so Eric thinks they did. I feel like I own Rogue One. I should watch that tonight.
If they did, then there's no reason why they shouldn't have at the beginning of Han Solo. But also, maybe it just ran out of time. They did switch directors in the middle.
Eesh,
I mean,
burn. But yeah, overall I had fun. Like there's a like little nitpicky things that
like I came out of there being like, that was all right.
It was all right to me.
It was entertaining.
Also,
it was okay.
It didn't feel like a Star Wars movie, and I had my rage about this movie even coming out. Because I didn't want it. I didn't want a solo movie. I want a Lando movie.
I think what we had discussed before, we were like, well, we already know where he's at when we watch the movies. So what's the point of telling us the journey when you know there's no stakes? Like, you can't put him in real danger because you know he survives. Like, you can't, and same with, like, Chewbacca.
He can't be a good guy because he starts off with hope as
and
a bad
that was
guy.
actually a flaw where I felt like he was not sarcastic enough. Like, his personality did not match. Wrote his lines or something did not quite capture the Han Solo in the later movies. Like he was
like I get
wasn't
that
like caustic enough.
Yeah, I get he'll get saltier as he ages, but like
maybe. But you feel like if you're gonna do this kind of a movie, you have to put that in. Like, it's almost like
that's the part that we
that's
want.
Who he is.
Yeah,
or at least see him become that person.
So I just kind of separated from the Han and even the Lando character. Like I just was like, it's not really them. Like
I mean Lando was closer than
yeah.
I mean I feel like you could see the beginnings of how he is, especially when he like hits on Leia.
Adults are talking.
Like when he hits on Leia, like later on, you're just like you see that like right here.
Well, what do we have here?
Yeah, it was.
Hello there. Love it.
I always think of Family Guy and I think of the pillow. Welcome to the cool side of the pillow, Peter. Anyway.
And it was interesting because actually before seeing this movie, I got in a very deep nerd conversation with somebody who just did not like Donald Glover playing Lando. Like he was just not on board because you know Billy D is a man. Like that's like he's just nothing but man and charm. Even when he was that young, like he was just a man's man. And Donnie Glover isn't. He's
childish Gambino.
He's childish Gambino, which I still I liked this movie. To me, it wasn't Lando and Han. I like that he kept calling him Han, and he's like, it's Han.
Han.
Family Guy reference, yes.
That's too funny.
Oh, okay. Brandon, that's an interesting point Brandon just brought up. He needed to be a little more like Mal Reynolds.
Who's Mal Reynolds?
From Firefly.
Yes. Agreed.
Very much agree. Yeah. There was kind of some Firefly feels in this. I kind of felt that as well. The beginning scenes actually reminded me a lot of Blade Runner.
How did we feel about Ron Howard directing? I feel he did a decent job, which you can expect from Ron Howard.
Yeah, I
don't feel like it was anything like out of the ballpark, but
yeah,
I feel like if he rescued it from something that was horrifying, then well done.
Yeah.
But I feel like he did a good job.
Honestly, yeah, my issue with even the concept or anything of this movie was not in the directing. I think the directing was fine.
Solid. It was solid. I mean, it's Ron Howard, so
he did just fine.
But also, like, does Ron Howard do anything that's absolutely spectacular, or is he just kind of like a serviceable director that?
That's kind of how I feel.
Yeah.
I have to look up all the stuff he's done, but that's kind of, I don't know,
exactly.
You guys feel?
You have to look up all the stuff he's done.
Yeah. I don't know. Did he?
I mean, if I say Steven Spielberg, you're going to be like, oh, I know all the movies he's done, but yeah.
Okay. Marcus actually did make a point that I wanted to bring up as well. And he says, hot take, the best Han Solo origin story was Star Trek 2009. Yes. It's funny because there's parts in it that I felt like it was turning a little bit more into a Star Trek movie. Actually, at some points, I was like, "Oh, this feels more okay." I mean, this was our only.
Do you think that's why you liked it?
Ooh, maybe. But really, a 2009 Star Trek movie was the most Star Wars movie of like until obviously.
It's interesting. So are we saying that all sci-fi can generally be the same?
No, I see.
I'm seeing references to Firefly, references to Star Trek,
Well, to me,
so is it all just interchangeable?
No, because there are those aggressive nerds that are either Star Trek versus Star Wars, like they love one versus the other, because they're supposed to be very different. But now
somebody said, "I am ashamed of you, Kris." For what? For not knowing Mal Reynolds right off the bat, or for saying it's all sci-fi interchangeable?
Yes.
Because I'm saying some very controversial statements statements right now.
Lucky I'm out of whiskey. Jeez. But because they used to be very different things, but now that we're trying, like, then Discovery comes out and it makes Star Trek like not Star Trek anymore.
Yeah, you're like, what the hell is this?
Oh, what happened? And then there's like Star Wars movies come out, and I just realized this is the only Star Wars movies where there's no Force. That's what makes Star Wars is because it's much more spiritual versus sci-fi.
I didn't even think about that. Like, honestly,
that just like clicked for me that this is the only Star Wars movie with no references to the Force, no Force whatsoever.
Yeah.
Nobody uses the Force.
It's so interesting.
And I didn't think of that till just now.
Yeah, boy.
Which it shouldn't have had the Force because Han started off not believing in it, so he never experienced it. So I'm totally fine with us not seeing any of it, but I just realized that, and I think that's why another reason it didn't feel like a Star Wars.
Yeah,
because I feel like that's what makes Star Wars different than all the other sci-fis. Nailed it.
Done. And with that, we're at 31 minutes.
Oh, yeah. So, on that note. Bye. Yep, I knew there would be no Force usage in Solo. Yeah, I didn't, Eric, I didn't even think of it. Yeah, he was disappointing you for...
I know, I saw that.
Firefly is better than either.
I know who he is, it just didn't click with me.
That's why it felt like Firefly, too, because it definitely felt like a space western.
Yes, and Firefly, I feel like part of the reason why people love that so much, besides it being Joss Whedon, is the fact that it had...
Now your battery's dying. Sorry.
Isn't it plugged in?
No, your phone.
Oh, mine. Oh. Well, that's okay. We're closing soon. So I just think that, like, Firefly has the elements that are very similar to things that are beloved to us, but it had more of that humor, that Joss Whedon humor. And so that's why people loved it so much and latched onto it, because that ensemble group was
was perfect.
Was perfect. And it had all the elements that you love from both of those things.
Yeah.
Like,
and the other thing I want to say about Solo before we, like, wrap up, the women in it were baller.
Yeah, they were.
Like,
they absolutely were.
What's-his-face's wife was amazing, and she handled her shit. Like, that was incredible.
What was her name?
What's her name? And that, I did tear up, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. She was good. Why can't I think of her name now? I'm thinking of all these men, jeez.
But, like, Woody Harrelson, that was a really good, like, turning point for Woody Harrelson's character, because I feel...
Yes, definitely.
I feel like he went really dark after that, which he had nothing to lose at that point. He lost his literal partner in crime.
Yep. It was very sad.
Yeah, I liked it. Again, I don't feel like it was a Star Wars movie, but I still enjoyed it.
Okay. Me too.
Yeah? Are we going to give it a star, like star system 1 out of 10? What do you think?
If I had to rate it 1 through 5, I'd probably give it like a 3.5. Maybe.
3.5? Okay.
Or maybe 4. No, I don't know if I go high as 4. It was just okay. It was like fun.
Yeah, if I was doing Star Wars, because I was thinking out of 10, I'd give it like a good solid 7 out of 10.
Yeah, that works.
Right? Because it's not like...
If we do that out of 10, that's like, yeah. That's the same as a 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
All right.
With that,
guys. Yeah, Brandon, I love that's one of my favorite. That's not how the Force works. Thank you. And again, if you guys didn't see these amazing flasks
and shirts
and the whatnot, they're all available now.
They're on our website.
I love it.
In the merch section.
Yes.
You can buy all
so
of
you
it.
you can nerd rage with us.
And there's lots more stuff there. Yeah.
Yes. So guys, thank you for joining this hot mess of a live stream.
We out.
All right, we'll see you next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
Peace.
I did this one.